2, 3.
All right.
Okay.
Rolling again. Take 2 this is. I forgot to hit record on the recorder, so here we are again. I forgot what we talked about. Let's start again.
Let's just start again.
Let's start from the very beginning. So the venue here, this is the West Ham Stadium. Behind that you could see. We're outdoor today, and the wind has helped, and the weather's fabulous out here. This has been one of the hottest days of the summer, and I've changed my script now. Let's just go with the flow. But yeah, so this was the 2012 Olympic Stadium, and now West Ham, they use it for football. But anyways, today we've got Faye.
Hi, I'm Faye.
Like buzzing to talk to you for a very long time, and
finally,
thank you for accepting the invitation to come in and being the second guest.
Honestly, I appreciate you having me for your podcast, and I just can't wait for these questions.
All right, let's do. I think we started the questions before, and then we're gonna start it again because it's recording. Yeah, that's fine.
That's good.
So we're gonna move to Q&A first because we like doing things the opposite way.
Okay.
We're not like any other podcast. Yeah, let's start backwards forward. So we're gonna do Q&A first, and then we're gonna do chit chat after. So the first question is, what happens if someone dies on the plane?
That's a really brutal question already.
Yeah, I know.
Man, so basically, I've never really experienced it at all, or none of my friends experience it, which is really, really good. But what happened is we're just gonna have to bring the death to its destination. We can't really do anything. We have no medicals on board, so we're just gonna pretend that it's there. We're just gonna sit him down and land, pretend he's alive.
Just a normal day.
It's a normal day at work.
Yeah, it's a bit sad, but
it is sad.
Yeah.
But things like that happen on board, any medicals. But if it's bad, you divert to different destination. If it's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if that happened, we would like it to go to its destination.
You can't stop mid-flight, can you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
even death can't stop us.
No. It's a very challenging job.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it. We'll talk about your day-to-day job things that you go through in a bit. So the second question is, this is a bit funny.
This is all situational. I never really thought. I thought they're gonna be how did you manage to be a flight attendant and all that? But no, these are situational.
We go straight in. So this question is, if they say fasten your seatbelt, and if you don't, what happens? Are they gonna beat you up? Or
I will beat you up. I'll literally sat you down, I'll put that seatbelt on you because you need it for your safety. So I'm just gonna make sure you do it.
It's got to be done.
I'm gonna ask you 3 times, and if not, I'll do it for you.
Fair enough. It's got to be done.
Yeah, definitely.
Somehow it's got to be done.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So just fasten your seatbelt, guys.
And if it's me, your flight attendant, but I'm watching you.
Yeah, she's gonna literally strap it on you. You don't want that.
Yeah, you don't want that.
This question, I actually spoke to someone this morning, and he kind of confirmed. So I want you to confirm this as well. So why are plane food so shit? That's one. And the situation is is it because the taste bud changes up in the altitude?
Right. First of all, I don't think it's shit. No, I like plain food. That is so bad. It's biased, but I like plain food. But I get why people think it's bad. It really depends what cabin you are. But for me, it's not really bad. But I feel what they tend to do is over-flavor it. Because once you're up in the air, your taste buds, it does change all the time. So sometimes I bring back snacks from the aircraft, and it tastes extra sweet when it's down.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So it's so weird because I like tomato juice, I like ginger ale up in the air, but once I land, I don't like the taste of it. It's crazy. Yeah. So it's super crazy.
So your taste bud is affected up in the altitude. So that's the conclusion that we draw.
Yeah. I would say so.
So the next one is, has the oxygen mask ever been deployed when you were flying?
Nah, not at all. No, I've never had that before.
So it's been pretty safe for you?
Yeah, I mean I've been pretty lucky to have safe flights throughout my 5 years career.
with beep.
Beep. Yeah, that with that.
Yeah, we'll beep that.
Damn, see, I told you I'm not going to talk about that, but then I'm the one who said it.
Yeah, don't worry. We're not going to talk.
Yeah, okay.
Beep that. So, and we pray for your safe flight forever. Yeah,
that's good.
Hope that goes swiftly.
Yeah, no oxygen deployment.
Right. The worst passenger you've ever had to deal with.
Okay, well, I'll share this story with you. It is actually crazy because on my first ever flight, I had a drunk passenger that tried to open the door 40,000 feet mid-air. So yeah, I know that's the only passenger I've had to like deal with. Like I couldn't deal with myself. I have to have like other crew members with me. So yeah, that's it.
Did you rugby tackle the guy? Well, how did you stop him?
No, he tackled me. No, I'm kidding. No, I didn't. No, I didn't do anything. I didn't tackle anything. But he had to be sat down and strapped on. Yeah, that's it. But that's the only thing. Like up in the air when you drink, it's the same. Like it's 2-3 times the intoxication. So, when you drink up in the air, just calm down a little bit.
Yeah, don't drink too much. I know the drinks are free and stuff, but just take it easy on the drinks.
Yeah.
Right, this is the last question.
Oh, is it now? Wow, that's amazing.
And so it says, how do you manage full-time work and also trade at the same time?
Ooh.
You know who the question's from.
Yeah. Who?
Jason.
Oh, amazing. Well, basically, when I started trading, I was actually furloughed. I think the word, not the challenging part is like the learning bit, but when you know how to trade, it's really easy. Like you don't even have to like look at charts and everything. So when I'm traveling, I just like put on trade and then hope for the best, because the way I trade isn't like if I lose money I'll cry about it. Like it's not like that. Like if I trade and I lose money, I'll be fine because I followed all the things that I wanted to do, like some confirmations and that. So yeah, risk management. That's it really. Like I really like challenges. I really like being busy. It keeps me motivated. So it's not about managing it. It keeps me more, like it gives me more purpose and freedom. I don't know, like me being not busy, like me being free makes me more, it doesn't make me I can't say the word. Like it doesn't make me focus on anything.
Gotcha.
So having two jobs or having this and trading, I don't know. I just do well with pressure. If that makes sense.
Also, you don't. I guess you don't take trading as something else, like another job or something. So
it's literally just like on the side.
And it's kind of like natural as well. Like, we're going to talk about trading. I know you like trading a lot.
I love flying and trading. Like, you see, when I started trading, I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll quit my job, like, flying. But then when I was flying, I was like, you know what? I like flying as well. So it really is that, like, if you like what you do, it just comes naturally. Yeah.
Right. I think that was the end of the Q&A.
Okay.
And you've survived it.
I survived it.
You've answered
brutal, guys. Brutal.
Yeah. There's another question. Oh yeah. There's one more question.
What
it says, because on the fly I put, I think life over like 30,000 feet or something.
Yeah.
And the guy said, what about 31,000 feet? Like, what's life like up there?
You know what? It's 38,000 feet.
38, isn't it? Because it's a jet.
It's more. Yeah. It's like big plane, so it's more. The life there is actually not bad. It's the easiest life. Like, when cabin crew actually post all this like office views and that's how it feels. Like, it's just a nice feeling up there. It's really, really different, and the easiest job I've ever had in my life.
It's really good. So let's now touch on, before we start this, we haven't introduced you as well. So let's do that introduction now. And I want you to do your own introduction, because I don't want to define who you are or the person that you want to be or anything that you want to add. I want you to answer this yourself.
Right,
so who are you, what you do, and what you like doing?
Right, so I'm Faye. I'm actually 28 years old, and I have been flying 5 years with an international company. And yeah, and I do trading on the side, but I'm quite raw with trading, probably like 7 months. But in the future, I really want to have my own business, maybe like housing business, but it'll come to that. And I would say like I'm really motivated and I'm really like independent when it comes to what I want with success and my career.
So driven.
I'm really driven. I feel like I am. No, I like motivating. I just like being, like, you know, I like elevation.
What about
I like challenges. Helping people, probably I have to help myself first to be able to help people. It'll come naturally. So that's it, really.
That's really, I think you summed it up really well. So you've talked about what you've done, and you also talked about like what you want to do in the future. And we'll talk about trading in a second, because that's a massive like section that I've put for you.
Is it? Is it bigger than the flying?
Okay,
it is, that's fine.
So let's just touch on the flying bit, like how you got into it, and being a flight attendant, or you don't like the word air hostess, I think, because that's
no, I don't mind it.
Yeah, it's more American. I said.
Yeah, it's American.
That's what you said, but what's like? How'd you get into like being a flight attendant, and who actually showed you the path, or how'd you find that path?
You know, I like looking for my route. Like I like looking for the path. Like basically, when I was doing like, you know, career, I didn't really know what to do. I really didn't know where to start in my uni. Like, okay, I went to uni. I wasn't really happy, and I was like, oh, I really don't know what to do.
What did you study?
I study construction management. That's why I really want to go to housing. I know. But my parents were like, oh, okay, look into architecture, but it's long, isn't it? Like, I want the success right now. But like, yeah, I did foundation degree, and then I didn't carry on. And then I was like, oh, okay. When I was quite young, I've always wanted to be a stewardess, like flight attendant. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll look into like a flying school. And I saw a 6 months cabin crew course, and I was like, oh, okay, it's only 6 months. I'll get into it. Did it, applied, and that's it. Really, it's easy as that. Like, if I put myself into, like, if I make that decision, I'm gonna try and get it. You know what I mean? Like, it was really, really quick. But the process to actually get your security done, it's like a year's process to just start with a company. So yeah,
it's just the security bit is the clearance and stuff.
Yeah, the clearance is crazy. Yeah, it took me like 8 months before I start. I got the job, but then it took me 8 months to just like, oh, you got a start date now. So yeah, that's it.
And so you passed that 6 months. You said was all it took for you to like get into it.
Yeah.
What about like applying for companies, and what made you choose the company that you've chosen now?
To be honest, like, I didn't have any choice. Like, I literally put all the applications out there. I had 3 offers, but I wanted to stay in London because London is like, you know, home.
It's the hub, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to go Dubai. I didn't want to go Hong Kong. So I chose that company now because this is where I live. Like, I love staying in London. So that's it.
What about, you said you could travel anywhere, like literally anywhere, and choose your place of stay. Literally like major cities. It could be San Francisco, it could be Dubai, it could be, you know, all the major hubs.
Yeah.
So are you planning to do that at any point in the future, like just to like explore what other destinations are like?
What, like just travel? Not
travel
like,
and stay there for like...
staying? Probably not. Like, I've been to a lot of places and I love visiting new places, but like I'm so comfortable and I feel safe being around here. Probably in Asia for like a year is fine, but as I said, like I'm at the point in my life that I really want to build like businesses and that. I've seen quite a lot of places, and I feel like I've explored quite a lot of places, and it's just about like building now, to be honest.
Yeah. So your path is slightly different. It's not just like having fun or going out.
Yeah, I think I'm past that now, to be honest. I mean, like when I fly and then I go to like nice place, like I'm going to San Francisco tomorrow, I'll enjoy it, but then come back to reality, you know what I mean? Like
she's rubbing it in our faces.
Yeah, come on, guys.
So you said you've traveled like million like destination. Have you got a number? Have you got a number? That?
Probably over 50. Probably over 50 now. More than that.
And what do you do like when you're there? What do you do? Like do you go there for I think 3 or 4 days and then do you chill there? Or like, I don't know what the lifestyle is like.
To be honest, you have a choice of like just spending it with yourself. You can explore it by yourself, explore it with your crew, or like you can go on a night out, go on a hiking, anything that you want. Like you have that time for yourself. Like you're not working at that time. The only time that you're working is when you're flying. Like it really depends what you want to do. Like what I normally do is just go to the gym, self-care, shopping, that's it. Because I've done it all. Sometimes there's like places that I go to like 3-4 times in a year that I'm like, okay, I've seen this. I'm just going to stay in the hotel and like just do a bit of self-care. That's it.
And what are the working patterns like? Is it like rota system, or do you have to work like 3 or 4 days and then you get like time off and then you don't work for another week or so?
No, it's rota, it's shift system, but it is really good because normally I've got like half a month off. Like they have to give us like 10 days off at least every month. So yeah.
Every month.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So it's literally like you're just working for 3 weeks. That's it, really.
Oh wow.
But to be honest, I'm planning on going part-time, so like at least have a week off, because you know what, like I wanna focus on trading as well, and then.
And you wanna copy me?
Yeah.
Go part-time.
Are you part-time? I didn't know.
So yeah, 2 days a week for me. So, man, honestly, like I'm just talking about the part-time bit. As soon as I changed to part-time, I have so much time.
Yeah,
like starting this.
Yeah.
It's been my dream starting something like this.
That's
and
so good.
And I'd never had time to do anything. Or even if I had time, like the mental side of things, there's still something like pressure of work and stuff.
Yeah.
And now I have so much time. I do 2 days a week.
And then
feels
you're
like
like
nothing.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's so
Tuesday,
easy.
Wednesday, and then you come back and you're like, time to trade, time to like plan stuff, and then time to do anything you want in
that's
life.
true. Yeah, see, that's what I want, because like that's what I want, but I don't want, as I said, like, I like pressure, I like getting busy. So once I probably start doing that, I'll be like, oh no, I shouldn't have done that, because I have so much time. Like 10 days a month it's actually really good.
So like when you go part-time, what kind of hours is that then?
So basically, like, you're going to be flying 3 weeks, and then you got a week off. So that's I'll probably just fly like two long hauls, that's it, a month. Fair, like, yeah, really easy.
I think it gives you a lot of time to focus on other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If that's what you want anyway.
Yeah.
I think you should try and explore, and then if it doesn't go well,
yeah, you can just go full-time again.
Go back. Go back. It's always good exploring. That's why I did anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm absolutely loving it at the moment.
Oh, that's
money-wise,
good.
there's a bit of hit that you take.
Yeah.
But as soon as you're comfortable with the money that you're making, plus obviously that we're not just sitting on your asses all the time, so we're actually trading and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's money coming in.
You want that financial control, if that makes sense. Like, you know what's coming in and going out, and that's it, really. Yeah. What you're comfortable.
Nice. So that's your flight side of things.
Yeah.
And we just want to check with our technical team. Technical team, is it okay? Can we restart it? Right. So segment 2. What do you want to talk about? Is there any question you want to ask?
Not at all. Like, I do want to know, like, does this make you happy? Like, how did you start doing this?
For me, I think this makes me really, really happy.
Oh, that's good.
So my dream was to have like a talk show, or some sort of like chat show, but I don't want those those standard ones where they talk about like people and whatever. So I wanted to like at the same time elevate people as well. Like you said, you got your purpose of elevating people. My purpose is to make sure that I motivate people all the time. It's either through my Instagram, doesn't matter. It could be like, something else, like sharing what I know. And I thought about this. I thought, how can I, not just me, like how can I actually bring some of the people together, and then they can share their journey at the same time. And then what we're doing through this medium is we're mentoring people. So you're actually mentoring people.
Oh, wow.
So people like, you might not say, it might seem like a normal conversation, but at the same time, someone watching this, they're going to get inspired.
I love that.
It could be, how to get into becoming a flight attendant. I think we didn't talk about that. We just touched on that now. And then it could be like how to become a trader or pursue something else. So by your experience, by hearing, people hearing you speak and your experiences, they might be inspired. They can cut out a lot of failures that might come their way, because you can share about, you know, failures that you've had in your journey, and then it just cuts their journey very short, and then they're inspired and motivated.
Amazing.
That's the purpose of life, isn't it?
Yeah.
To elevate people all the time.
I like that. That's good.
So the topic that we didn't fully answer or cover, and we're gonna like briefly touch on that, is that how like can someone become a flight attendant, and what's the process, and how would you like, let's say if there's someone that's like itching to start, where can they start?
You know what? Just like look at cabin crew courses, like literally like 6 months course, and then they will tell you how to go through it, like literally how to go through it, and then as soon as you're ready, apply to every single airline. I would say like short haul, long haul, anything. That's it really. Like it's just a normal job.
Don't be too picky.
Don't be picky. Like all of this like airlines are looking for people. Like that's how you start. Like just get through a course. Don't try and learn it from YouTube.
Yeah. Sorry about the mosquito.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's it. It's super easy to get into, and try and like develop your interviews. They're quite tough, but it's all just situational. And also you have to have a customer service experience, like anything, even like McDonald's, even like retail, anything, just at least 6 months, and then you'll be okay.
And are there any courses that you have to like do after you become, let's say you passed the first stage and you got the job?
Yeah.
Because I remember you saying you were focusing on exams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What are the courses that you have to do?
You have to do a 6 weeks training before. It's literally like procedures of aircraft and procedures of like how to deliver services. That's it really. Like you have to pass health and safety, and just like food and health and safety as well, like everything that comes with the job. But you have to like pass it, or else even though you've got the job already, you have to pass those exams to continue on.
Oh, so you get kicked out otherwise?
Yeah, he can get kicked out. Yeah. It's interesting.
So you can lose your job if you don't.
Yeah,
so it's quite.
It is quite
extreme,
tough and and strict. But they have to, because like you are responsible for all those people.
Yeah, I think that job itself is a very high responsibility. It comes with like, it's lives of people. So I'm kind of involved in the air industry as well.
Yeah.
And let me talk about that a little bit.
Yeah,
you probably don't know about this.
No.
So I'm aerospace engineer.
Yeah,
so,
amazing.
And at the moment we're designing something for a seaplane.
Oh,
those smaller
what
ones.
Here?
Yeah.
Wow,
that's what
amazing.
I do for job. Yeah, that's what I do for job. So
that's good.
we designed the actuator for the seaplane, and that controls the flap and the tail.
Okay,
pitch,
so you are kind of like doing the load management.
Yeah, so we do all the load calculation, all the
it's
fun
all
stuff.
physics stuff.
Physics, a lot of physics stuff. But yeah, and I've seen how tough civil aerospace is, and not just the toughness of like, managing people and stuff like that. Just getting through the quality side of things, the standard side of things is very, very high with civil aerospace. Not military aerospace is slightly less loose, but the civil aerospace side things are very, very strict.
Yeah, I mean, like you are kind of calculating something that is flying, so you have to be.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. Yeah, exactly.
Easy. Yeah.
You can't have any mistakes, even little ones. Yeah. That's good.
So that's good. That's good. I think that will give people some sort of, insight into your life and your how you became a flight attendant, and moreover, like if they want to start, you've given them tips of like you can don't go on YouTube and start.
Yeah.
Actually go through a proper sources, and then you can you can start from there, and you never know, like it might be a thing that you might fall in love with. Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
That's good. Right. Let's now switch topics.
Okay.
We've done enough of your flight stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and I know you're like, come on, I'm itching to talk about trading and
trading
stuff.
now.
Yeah. So let's talk about trading.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you get into trading? And what is trading for you? What does it mean? Like when I talk about trading, I'm so passionate about trading.
I know, same.
Like
I'm actually like, I love trading so much. Well, at the very start, like I don't really know how I got into it. Like all I know is I really wanted to start, and like my brother's girlfriend started it, like literally started it, and I just saw her and I was like, oh, can you teach me? That's all I did, like, can you teach me? And she was like, you know what, like you can teach yourself through this academy, like I'm going through it as well, I'm a student. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, you know, I want to learn too. So my brother do stocks and all that, but he wouldn't teach me. So I just need like a good source or a good platform to start. I was gonna apply like somewhere, like a whole course, like for a year or something. But man, that's long. I want something instant.
Yep.
And when I saw her doing it, and she was just like, 2 months in, and she was doing her own trades, I'm like, okay. If she can do it, I can do it. And then that's really it.
Yeah. So
it's really, really simple.
So I think that's the dogma or the misconception that people think that trading is hard.
Yeah, it's super easy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's super easy. It's just all about mindset, to be honest. Like, yeah, you have to treat it as a business and not just like, oh, it's just trading, you know? It's just, oh, you're just using this money, and then you'll get this money. No, you have to treat it as like business. Like,
and also, I think it's not instant gratification as well.
No,
like,
it's not.
You're not gonna make money straight away when you come in.
No, not at all.
And it doesn't mean that if you put £1,000, it's not that you're gonna make 1,000 back straight away. So
no.
you're gonna probably end up blowing it a couple of times before you can actually trade properly and apply proper risk management, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's key. So the question is, what is the biggest loss that you've made?
The biggest loss I made.
You can talk about percentages, or you can actually talk about the monetary value. I don't know.
Probably
monetary value. Go on.
Okay, I probably lost. Wait, hold on.
Or figures. You can talk about figures.
Okay, well, when my account was like 4-figure, I lost 4-figure in one day.
You blew it.
I didn't blow it. Like, it's a big 4-figure, and then I lost like a really small amount 4-figure, and that when I went like, oh, okay, you know what? I know what I did wrong. I was so impatient to get that in like 5-figure day.
It's just pushing for that another jump.
I was pushing for the 5-figure day that I lost 4-figure in one day. So that was like my massive loss. But after that, I've never lost, like, I never lost any more than like 4-figure, 4-figure or 3-figure. No, not at all. I learned my lesson. I went back to like risking 1%, which is like what, £50.
But yeah, that's what people ignore, I think. Yeah. When especially when you like learn from YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
And then people hit it with like standard lot or 2 lots or 3 lots.
Yeah.
And then you realize after a time that oh damn, it's not how you're meant to trade. Like your stop losses, if you're having a standard stop loss as well, people go with like 25-30 pip stop, and then you trade in 2 lots 3 lots at the same time. That's a huge amount of money.
Huge. So like when I started trading, I was just like, risking 1% all the time. But that day I had this like frisky Friday. Oh, okay, I can do this.
You traded on a Friday.
On a Friday, and Friday is the worst day. But I just had that moment. Like I think every trader will have that moment that you'll be like, oh, okay, I've been winning like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'll be like, this is an easy trade. Put higher percentage on the risk, and then that's the only day you lose.
You
collapse. But yeah, it's just like it will, like, the market will humble you if you just try it, like, and be clever about it. Just stick to your plan, and like don't be like super hungry. Like it'll come to you.
So if someone wants to start trading tomorrow, what would you suggest them? Like you know you've had experiences now of like failures and losses. How would you cut someone else's journey short and not like them they don't have to make the same mistakes that you've made? What advice would you give them?
I would advise them to go into like a proper academy and a proper course, to be honest. Like as they said, like if you learn from YouTube, it could be like, it's just different. There's so many things. So if you have like a structure and like a good habit from the get-go, from the start, I feel like that's the thing that you can develop is good habit from the start. Any job really, like if you practice good habit, and then you don't have to like deal with bad habits.
That's right.
And because you started with good habits, I know if you're developing bad habits.
Yeah, and you can easily cut them out.
Cut it, yeah, definitely.
That's very crucial. I think it's all about habit, isn't it? How you build into it.
Yeah. See, like even with my flying career, like I had like really, really good habits, and then just because like I'm experienced, sometimes I cut corners and then it slaps me, you know what I mean? Like, oh, something will go wrong and you'll be like, oh, you know what I did wrong. I did this because like I know I'm not gonna get in trouble, but you will get in trouble because you didn't follow like your good practice. Like, just stick to it. It's easy.
And especially with trading,
yeah,
it will slap you.
It will slap
you 4 times harder.
Exactly. Like just literally, if you're doing so well, like why change it? You know, because you know it's gonna work. Like, don't change anything.
I've got like, all right, let's talk about trading in a little bit more. Changing strategy, like you said, like don't change your strategy. I think this is a very common thing that not just like us, because we've learned from like a proper sources, and I think what we learn is, for me, is the best out there.
Yeah, it is the best.
It is the best out there.
Best, yeah.
So if you want to know, we're going to talk about that in a bit. It is the best out there. But when people learn from YouTube, and they go from strategy to strategy to strategy, and they still can't find that, so they might have a trade that bangs or hit their profit or whatever for 2 weeks, and in the 3rd week everything goes negative. You know, it's not the strategy is wrong, it's your mindset that's wrong, and that's what people fail to understand, right? So what would you like tell like or advise these people about changing strategy all the time and staying consistent to one craft?
Yeah, so I did that and I was like I wasn't really not happy, but I really wanted to explore, because like if this strategy works and then quite a lot of people have this results from this strategy, I want to try, you know what I mean? But you have to stick to one strategy, because like there's no perfect strategy. Most of it is like 60%, 70%, 80%, but if you stick to it, you will get that percentage. But let's say you are in this strategy, you're like, oh, okay, it doesn't work, but that's because you're at that 40%, like, you know, like it's not working 40%, and next thing you know, the 60% you're missing out because you jump into another strategy, and then you're just gonna end up saying, oh, this whole thing doesn't work, because you're not even trying it for like, you know, you're not even sticking to it to see like the percentage of winning. So it's really tempting to jump from strategy to strategy, because you know, like you see a lot of success stories, but you have to make your own success story with one strategy. And I've done that. I'm not gonna say I've never really explored any other strategy, because I want it easier, but like that's it. Like once I kind of knew that the strategy that we have now, I just wanted to like stick with it, because it makes it a lot easier for me as well. Yeah.
Are you happy with the strategy that you have now?
100%, like 100%. Like I went back to it, like I lost track and then I went back to it, because that's what gave me like breakthroughs from the start. So yeah.
And I've seen you do a lot of like lower time frame entries.
Yeah.
I do a lot of lower time frame entries as well. What is like, why lower time frame, and what is like the why do you do that?
So I do higher time frame and lower time frame. So my limits are higher time frame, and then when they go to my POI, which is like the area with my limit, I look for lower time frame for re-entries, because I'm quite confident with that POI.
So hang on, do you take 2 entries, you said?
Yeah, I do like limits. Let's say my limits is 20 pip stop loss, and then when it come to that, I just wait for a break of structure, and I'll find like a pip stop loss. That's how I make, like, I think it's called twin trading.
It is,
So I twin trade basically. That's how I get my percentage.
So the first one you'd obviously catch that move,
Yeah.
because you don't want to miss that move.
Yeah.
And the R2R on that is not going to be
not the
massive,
biggest,
not massive, but it's still going to be 3
it
2
feels
4 to 1.
good. It feels good to be in that trade. It's just all about mindset, and it feels good to be in that trade. And then when you catch the second trade, it feels even better. But if you lose that second trade, you're still in that first trade. Like for me, it just feels good being in that trade.
Actually a safe way to do it as well, because if your lower time frame, like let's say your 5 pip stop loss, it hits the stop loss, then you still have the bigger one floating, which is still might cover you, might not. You can always go back and hit the stop loss, but you're more protected in that way.
Yeah. So my second trade is always going to be like, I don't mind losing it or like winning it, but I always win the second one, which is I'm so confident about. That's why my biggest RR is just like from those second trades that are like really tight. But yeah.
So what's the biggest R2R that you've caught?
I think 32. Yeah, 1 to 32. Wow. But okay, I think I had one day I had 2 trades. So two. I think EN and GU, and I had limits on both, and they hit at the same time. Wow. And then I put through another trade on each one, and one is 1 to 20 and one is 1 to 20. So on that day, I probably did like 4 to 50, and not more than that. Wow. So it's a lot. It's a lot of money in one day.
So people that watching this, they don't know what 32 to 1 is. 32 to 1 is they're giving 32 to 1 is like basically you risk 1%, you're going to make 32% back. So if you risk £100, you're going to make a lot of money. 32 times that. So 3 grand, 3.5k. So 3.2k.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of money. So 100, just risking 100 is not a lot, but if you're gaining 3.2k, that is a lot of money.
It is. Like with the risk that I'm taking, I was just so happy. It's like a super minimal risk, and then I've got that percentage. I'm happy.
Yeah. Nice. So that's that. What's your favorite pair to trade?
EN and GU, but GU has been slapping me for quite a long time this week. Like the whole month it was good, but then probably this week I was like, oh, okay, we need a break for a bit because you've been slapping me. But GU has always been been my nice
bae.
Yeah, bae.
We
got married.
Yeah, I do like trading GU as well, but it is a wild pair.
It is a wild
It's not
thing.
as wild as I guess like
Gold.
other gold or exotics like GN, GUs. Do you trade any exotics as well?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes. Like EN, it's not. Yeah, EN is exotic, isn't it?
Yeah, EN, it is.
Yeah, EN is really, really good. Yeah.
Nice. So that's trading. What about like? That's the monetary side of things that you've made, or whatever. Let's talk about FTMO like very shortly for a minute or so, and your journey. That's you're going through the FTMO journey. Let's talk about that, just a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, FTMO, like I've literally just joined it like a couple weeks ago, and I'm still trying to pass the challenge. It is really tough because like I've only been handling 4 figures, like four figures account, but this one's a shift of mindset because you are handling 6-figure accounts. So you need to kind of adjust yourself, because rather than like you are risking less than I'm risking less than like 1%, but I'm mind blown about it. So
because the monetary value is a lot, isn't it?
It is a lot, but it's all about like mindset, because I've been getting like good risk to reward, but for some reason, because this is big money, I can't for some reason it's not I can't handle it. I need to like hold it more for me to be able to get that percentage. Like I need to think of it as percentage but not money, and that's it really.
Yeah, I think that's key, and that's the journey that both of us were going through, is that we got to shift that from monetary to percentage. And I think as soon as we get that, there'll be a day that we wake up and we'll be like, oh man, this is all about like percentages, bam, And we're going to catch that 5 to 1.
5 to 1.
And that 5 to 1 is going to be 5-6 figures. It's a lot of money.
Easy.
Yeah. So let's technical team. What's up? Let's reset one more time and then. So I think we're going to make all our guests clap from
now on.
from now on. This is fun. Right. Trading. I don't know if there's anything else on trading. We talked about FTMO, talked about risk management. We talked about where to get started. Oh, do you want to talk about where to get started?
I mean, if you want to get started, you got him or me to like DM. We'll give you more information.
I think she's a fantastic mentor as well. And let's talk about comfort zone very quickly.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And talk about what you did yesterday and then today as well. This is slightly outside the comfort zone. Let's talk about comfort zone.
Yeah. Well, it's not like I don't really like it, but I've never really been comfortable like in front of cameras. Like if you see me on Instagram, I don't like talk about like my day. Yeah. That's me. That's you. That's him all the time. And I was like, how is this so like guy so confident? Or like even like, oh hey guys, like I need interaction. And what I did yesterday is like I've done my first Zoom call. Like it's like a webinar thing where people actually listen to how I do my strategy and all that.
Yeah, you're teaching them.
You're kind of like teaching them. And that wasn't very comfortable for me because I've never really done it. Like I've never really I've never really taught anyone how to trade because like even I sometimes I don't even know how I get my trades. I'm kidding. No, it's because it's a process, and you just have to have that confidence. And I wasn't really sure if I was confident enough until I've done it, and yeah, that's it. Like it's public speaking is hard for me. I've tried I know I've tried that before and I was just like like probably before my mindset is like, oh okay, probably I don't, it's just about like, oh I don't have that value yet, I don't have that experience. I think experience, knowledge comes with confidence. So now that I'm seeing like the results, that's why my confidence,
and then you push me
to my limit,
do more as well,
and like my comfort zone.
And I think that is such a fantastic thing that you've done, and I want to congratulate on you on that as well. Like it's a massive thing. It seems like a very small event, but it's a massive thing that you're putting yourself out there. You're teaching people, and at the same time you're exploring your comfort zone. And a lot of people are stuck in their comfort zone and they can't explore or come out of the comfort zone. And that is, I just want to say congratulations. You've done absolutely amazing. And I want to say congratulations and thank you for being on this podcast as well. And this is like a different kind of setting.
It is a different
there's a lot of people here. There's people watching us from like, I literally see people there.
And now I don't even like think about like the outside. Like I wanna talk, like, and as you said, like it might inspire someone. And like anyone out there to like do what I do. That's it.
Yeah, that's good. Right, and then next bit is the bit that we missed is the furlough bit and the effect of furlough on your job during obviously the pandemic.
Yeah. So it was a bit of a challenge, to be honest, because like every single airline had to do what they had to do, isn't it? Like jobs were at stake. And my job was at stake as well. So I was just like glad that I'm still here, because they had to cut people, and quite a lot of people lost their jobs. But like furlough wise, I've been furloughed for like nearly 6 months. Yeah, 6 months. That's why I took trading. It all comes to pieces. So I think that happened for a reason for me. And yeah, it's been a good journey.
Oh, I love this. It just joined, and I thought about something. I was going to ask that question, and it just literally just happened. Yeah. Law of attraction.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't know if you believe. We've talked about this before, and I can't remember exactly what your mindset is about or belief is about law of attraction. Yeah. Touch on law of attraction a little bit and what it means to you.
Law of attraction means, like, it's in the word itself. It's like action. Like you do have to do something for you to attract what you want. Like a lot of people are saying, oh, law of attraction, you don't have to think about it. You know, you just have to like
You don't
wait
have to do
for
any
it.
action, basically.
Yeah. But no, for me, you actually have to think about it, but don't stress about it. Like, it'll come to you as long as you take that step every single day, put that action, put that decision, and it will come to you. That's what I think. That's how you attract. Like, you have to make yourself, like, it's like a magnet, you know? You have to
make yourself available.
a magnet for you to attract that success or that thing that you want.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Like, you gotta, if you want to attract a 6-figure account, you gotta be in the mindset of already having that account, or receiving that account. It's all about receivership and being gratitude as well. At the same time, like, I've already got a 6-figure account.
Before I don't,
it's all about teaching your body emotionally how to act when you've already received.
I always, before, I don't even think about, millions. But now, every day I wake up, I'm like, millions! I'm telling you! Before, I only think about, like, work. How much am I going to get this month? You know, 4-figure this month. That's all you think about. Like, think about, like, budgeting. Like, budgeting is good, but, like, you kind of, like...
You kind of restrict yourself.
Yeah, limit yourself. But now... Like, I don't even think about, like, 4 figures. I think about millions. Like, every day, wake up. Oh, we're making millions today.
Yeah, I think she's on 7-fig or 8-fig.
You know what I mean? Like, because if you wake up and you think about, we're making millions today, it'll come to a point that you wake up where you're making millions today. Yeah. And it will come. Like, it'll come. It's just all about mindset.
Right. So this is nothing to do with trading. This is nothing to do with your job. Nothing to do with anything. How happy are you when you wake up in the morning? And if you're not happy in a particular day, what do you do to make yourself happy?
Right, okay. I started this routine of, I downloaded an app called Headspace, like meditating and everything. Like, you can't guarantee you'll wake up happy, but it's about you making yourself happy. Like, sometimes, especially when you're traveling, like, you wake up and you're just super, super tired. It is another, like, I always say this, but it is a decision to be happy. Like, you can't, happy is like a state of mind, isn't it? You have to make that decision that today you're going to be happy. Even though there's a lot of people who are sad. Like, I get sad, I get angry, I get like every sort of like emotion, but sometimes you just have to look back and like take like 5 deep breaths and you'll be like, oh, okay, I've decided to be happy.
Oh, you do that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Every single day. Like 5, it'll take a minute to do that. And and I started meditation. It does work.
It does work.
It does work when it wants to work. But like as I said, you have to keep talking to yourself and like, it's just a decision. Yeah. And there's so many problems out there, but like your problems are going to be there anyway. Like, you just have to decide how you tackle it.
Like it.
Yeah.
I love it. I think you prepared well for this.
Do you think so? I didn't actually.
You've done fantastic. I think we're coming to an end now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I know we could talk about
everything
things
and anything.
And anything,
and
like forever
endless,
and ever and ever.
Yeah.
And I think we would love to have you again in the show, because I think the topic is very
endless,
broad and endless as well. We could talk about anything. But for this, I think particular one, I think this has been absolutely amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And the insight that you've given as well. I think people that want to trade or be a flight attendant, there's so much you can explore in life, and you've given that. And I think if someone wants to reach out to you, just tell us where people can find you, and your Instagram and your WhatsApp.
To be honest, I only have my Instagram. It's called faye.mags. Yeah, I just shortened my surname a little bit because everyone calls me.
How do you spell Faye?
It's FEI.MAGZ. That's it.
And I'll put that link on the description as well. So if you want a mentorship on trading, or if you want just an advice on being a flight attendant or anything to do with that industry, please reach out to Faye. She's a fantastic human being. She's funny. She likes giggling. You know,
thanks.
She's a good-hearted person, and she'll help you out. No matter who you are, she'll help you out.
Thank you. Yeah, of course. I'll be willing to do that.
All right. So any parting conclusion or sentence or statement that you wanna give?
Now, as I said, like I always end with gratitude. I start with gratitude and end with gratitude. Like I really am grateful for you for asking me to do this, because as we said, this is another touch on my comfort zone, and I feel so glad that I did it. And it wasn't as like nerve-wracking as I thought it would be.
It's not at
it
all,
wasn't. Yeah. So yeah, I have like respect and gratefulness for you, and I really wish like you'll get me back on this show.
We'll definitely have you back. And I think
really?
that's it. We
Thank
have
you.
come to an end.
Thank you.
And it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So
Amazing.
It's amazing. And before we do that, come on guys. Come on guys, just come around the back. I wanna thank and introduce my team, Ankit, Dikshant and Sharon. So technical director, BTS manager, and our fashion manager.
Woohoo.
So this wouldn't have been possible without these guys. Thank you for just being there, guys.
Well, thank you so much.
And always, as always, there's a lot of gratitude and appreciation for you guys, because this Sabali Talks wouldn't be Sabali Talks without these guys.
Amazing.
And you as well.
Thank
and
you.
Guests.
Thanks
So
for having me.
thank you, and God bless you all.
Nando's time, yeah?
Bye.
Nando's time.
Nando's, yeah.
Nando's, yeah.